Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to A Hat in Time. So we kind of need to rush towards the end of this game because the last two episodes have given me incredibly difficult challenges that are pushing me towards rage quitting. And I'm trying to finish chapter 7. I'm not going to do chapter 6 because I've already half rage quit. I'm rage quitting chapter 6, which is the Seal the Deal DLC that is the storyline stuff. I'm also rage quitting the other part of the Seal the Deal DLC, which is doing incredibly difficult challenges. The game is still locking up when loading, so that's not just you. It is stuttering and locking up for half a second. If we get one more piece, timepiece, we will be able to have the 40 timepieces that that we started the game with in the original cutscene, which I don't think means anything at all. There clearly is more than 40. Can I get through here? Yes, I can. So we'll start by going down this direction. I think there's one metro ticket and they just let you fall. This guy's gonna try and rob me. I don't think these guys are defeatable, at least that way. There's still a ton of stickers. Oh, these guys take a lot of struggle. That was not easy. So, down we go. I don't know if it's really worth fighting all of these guys. Here's a movie poster for the conductor. So, are we supposed to go in that general direction? I guess we are. So, yeah. Just wait till our hat refills, and then we'll run over here. Waiting for our hat to refill, so we'll let it clear. They're basically doing everything they could have possibly thought would have been interesting to do as far as running around with trains being pulled by cats. Here's another sticker. Really not trying to get all the stickers or anything like that. We're being really just trying to focus on finishing the game itself. Alright, that didn't seem to turn out too bad. This sign, that doesn't look like actual Japanese symbols of characters, by the way. So I guess the Nankuzas are not really Japanese, which I guess makes sense. But then we saw some signs that definitely looked like they were French, and in those instances, it's crazy to have a new rat enemy attack us. particularly since we have a challenge that says kill all 12 types of enemies in the game. To have a new type of enemy just suddenly appear at the end of this DLC. It's not something I particularly appreciate. This guy would bump me up here, and I think that's kind of what they want me to do. Either that or they want me to bump up here. That's a rift token. Alright, that's fine. Okay. From the looks of it, what I'm supposed to do is this. And then I'm supposed to do this so that this will bump me up here. That's a cool gameplay mechanic. Unfortunately, it's not used anywhere enough. So, and whatever collectible is in that direction, I obviously can't reach. Am I gonna have to maneuver myself off of a train? I think I might. I think that's how this is gonna go down. So we're gonna have to get up here and then dash that direction. And that looks like a solid wall to me. So yeah, can't go that way. So we'll jump through this window. Paw Avenue. Just double check to make sure that was not a shortcut. Okay, this direction and this direction. I have no idea how this is supposed to go. I guess we're supposed to just kind of weave our way through running towards trains. Like, this feels very, very dangerous to encourage a kid to think they could actually ever pull this off. There are places, particularly that I know of in the United States, and I imagine around the world, where kids are on a day-to-day basis dealing with trains and potentially vulnerable to implementing thinking they're invulnerable and doing something incredibly dangerous. I don't think this is too much. I think all we're doing is this. Take our health. Let's talk to this guy. Time stop hair flare. Yeah, I wish I could afford this, but I can't, so that sucks. Now I can't get to the blue section. Alright, that's good to know. There looks like there's a section up there to collect, and directly across here is a metro ticket. So, first thing you always want to get is a metro ticket. And that only costs 20, and the last one only costs 20, so that is nice. I think only the pink-red ones are now locked, so I've opened this whole area, which that's totally what you would want in all of the levels. I mean, honestly, it would have been really nice if all of the sudden, well, I got there. What is this, a shard piece? Darn it. There's 6 of them. Is that what we're doing? I guess that's what we're doing now.
So what did you do with your cut? The usual.
Oh, come on. Don't make me have to do all of this. Alright, well. He just stole a shard piece for me. Oh, this sucks. That's just another thing that shouldn't have been allowed. And time will freeze when you collect a sticker. But yeah, I don't see any reason why they should make the level more difficult by allowing random people to steal shard pieces from you. I'm still trying to find some kind of combo.
The juice box. Breast soup dumpling.
Like a full charge on my charged up attack still does not seem like it actually affects him in the same way it should affect anyone else. So. Alright, we are now looking for the last piece. So where are you hiding? It's up there. So something along. Yeah. Just needed to do that. Now here's an interesting question, because we really weren't getting pointed in this direction. And this is the Bluefin Tunnel. And we're at 40 now. I don't think there's a reason to go back to the Bluefin Tunnel. And now we're just going to get the same redundant cutscene. The only difference is there's like different backgrounds that they just picked at random. In a funny way, this is the most characterization that Hat Girl has even gotten.
Are you enjoying your stay in my metro? There's people from all over here.
it might have been kind of funny in the final boss fight if she took her hat off and
A little cheating.
she was
A little
really
stealing.
powerful after that point.
You've almost earned yourself a real cut of the action here. Almost.
Okay. So the pink section, I believe, is the last section, and I believe is probably the last collectible. Alright. So this will be a general question about, can I get to the pink station? Yes. If I want to fall to my death. Seems like we're going down before we're coming up. Are we going that direction? Or are we going this direction? I guess we're going this direction. Swinging between the two. And see, this has just gotten even spookier. And that's the first time I've ever heard her exclaim. And unless she's just making a general sound. Which, in fairness, if she made more Mario style sounds, that would probably not be terrible either. We could use some feedback. Oh man. I'm gonna have to dive downward, I think. Oh no. I guess it's... I have to jump up here and then jump over here and then jump over that and jump over that and then jump over here, then jump over that, then jump over that, and then jump over here. And this will get me up to an area. But I don't have this shortcut, which I imagine that is directly a way to get out of an area. Like, that's where we started, so it looks like I could probably just could have jumped over. Alright, there's another sticker. Is it really worth my time to try and find these stickers? Not really. Particularly since I'm not sure if I'm not just getting the same stickers and possibly upgrading them. We see things all over the place and a lot of missing floor. So, if I was to guess, I'm supposed to jump up here and come over here. We could switch to this and get a general direction, which would be helpful too. Is that a time vortex? No, it is actually the oh, here's something. Let's see what's down here. Strike 1 of 3. now. Strike 2. There's obviously 7 of 15 collectibles in this area, which I've never seen an area like this before. And I just died, and I needed 3 more. So yeah, I don't know if this is something important to do, or if this is something that's just going to get me something that's not that important. Here's something I would argue, and this very well may not be a fair argument based on the time that this content may have been made, but it seems to me like you could have... Okay, that just opened the door. It seems to me like you could have had more of these cat train puzzles be time rifts instead of the regular time rifts that we see. Oh, don't tell me I have to get 100 things to get one of the... it's saying I have to get 100 things. Well, this is gonna be a nightmare scenario. I have 4 so far. And I'm about to die. Is there anything else I could do? Or am I just out of luck? Because honestly, I think I'm kind of out of luck. It feels like it's gonna be a constant struggle to get on the backs of trains without falling to your death. It's gonna be a constant struggle to ride the trains without dying. I reject this. Let's see if we can go somewhere else and do something different. No. So I may just have to save an exit to the hub, because this is insane. This is just pure insanity that I suppose is supposed to be the culmination of you have gotten good, that your Dark Souls skills at this point should have kicked in and you should have been capable of jumping on all these trains. It's not programmed that well though. It really isn't. So, anything this would sell me as far as a ticket? Like, maybe, just maybe if they decided to be really generous with the checkpointing. But I don't know, I'm at like 24 right now. So So at 42. And then jump over. I suppose maybe if there's a considerably large amount of stuff to collect. But for instance, if I just missed the one that you have to get, because you have to get them all, that's not reasonable. I just missed one over there too. There, I just fell. So we're down to 61. What happens if I die? Like, I mean, we're about to find out. There's clearly some loops. $83, $84. But see, this is where it's going to start getting difficult. Is when it gets down to the last few that have to be collected. And I don't know if the timing is going to be good enough. $88. Does this come out the other side? No, it doesn't. We need 12 more collectibles. And we can definitely see one of them is that. So now 10 more collectibles. If I pull this off, this would practically be a miracle. $90. And the game isn't being super generous, really, about where. Alright, maybe. I'm accidentally clicking things. We have 4 more. Can we find the last 4 that need to be collected? Where are you hiding? Is it? It's way up there. Alright, so basically gonna fall to my death. It would be incredibly frustrating if this was the point where I died. At 4 remaining energy pawns for lack. I guess that's what these are. So we need to make that jump. And if we can't make that jump, we can't get to the last 4. Oh, seriously. Oh, seriously. Alright, well, that's a big just screw you to me as far as the game is concerned. Like, not in any way fun. I won't try to make an argument about fairness. It doesn't feel fair, I'll say that much, but that is not fun to have frustrating, difficult train jumping puzzles and then totally have me lose at that train jumping puzzle because of a measly 4 collectibles and difficult jumps. So my hope here is we can find a different timepiece to collect. But it's not likely that even if we do find a different timepiece to collect, that would still count towards enough to anything. Like, because it really doesn't work that way. If we're trying to get to the finale would require something more. It would require I get all the pieces. Here. I'm using the sprint hat. Didn't quite work. But take note, we're having to do everything over again. And I nearly died there. And the last time we took the way down, this time we'll try not to take the way down. And maybe that will help us a little bit better. So that's where we went. The game itself wanted us to go this direction. And the game was probably right about that. It probably was directing me in the better direction to go. So do I want to try and jump this? Yes, I do. Okay. And that platform up top is solid with a sticker to collect. Just one more dumb sticker. And then it wants me to use the dweller mask. And then this. And I think we're supposed to avoid again. So. Come on! I had that. That was not fair. So. Like, they're hitting me on the backswing. So I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Like, am I supposed to use the time stop hat to slow things down? Maybe. Alright, time slow down hat worked. Let's stand still for a moment and see if there's any collectibles that are reasonable. And see if we know the general direction we're supposed to be going.
Looking to buy?
Ice cream sandwich, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. I want another metro ticket so that we can come back later. That would be appreciated. But apparently that's not gonna work, so alright, well, I guess we're jumping over. And I guess we're swinging. Do I have the dweller mask on? Yes, I do. Which, getting to that point, notice how the little paw prints to indicate you're supposed to climb up is not really animating as well as it should. Yeah, I see a collectible in this general direction. So there we go, we got another rift token. That's hopefully fine. Hopefully I can maybe run to the top. Nope. Alright, well, that worked. We're in a weird position because honestly, even if I guess I'm going this direction, even if I get this next thing, the next timepiece, we're kind of done at that point. Like, I'm not really willing to spend the extra effort. So, should I try and hit him when he's up forward, or should I try and hit him when he's in the back? I think the idea is to hit him then. Yeah. And there's the metro ticket for another 20, so they didn't get more expensive. So we now should be able to, from the main free roam area, access all of the areas a little bit easier. And over in this general direction, I think we can collect a sticker. Which I swear that was a sticker I had already collected. Maybe not. Maybe I just have similar stickers. Feels like I might be going in circles with all of that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they are just having us collect the exact same stickers multiple times, just to keep us entertained. Of course, that would be incredibly frustrating if Mario 64 just randomly, constantly generated more stars. It just had an infinite mode. It wouldn't be upsetting if there was a main game and then after the main game there was an infinite mode. But at a certain point you probably should just finish the experience. Retro VR badge. So that there are more badges, but they're all visual skins.
Where from? There's so many fast food spots here.
These guys.
From the event box. And then
And just talking to us guys just in case they were going to give me some kind of quest or something. So that's the main station. This is Pink Paw Station. We are looking to go that direction. And we're hearing a lot of sound effects. I am not doing well. There's a clock right above me. That's what's making the sound effect, by the way. I just realized. There we go. So we got 41. We're past the point we started with. Will this unlock a finale, though? As we see the same cutscene.
you know the deal, kiddo.
And I'd be afraid to skip this cutscene, so we have to look at this terrible cutscene that's repeated every single time to make sure we see the next cutscene, which is actually moving the story forward.
There mustn't be any left. There's an operation coming up that I stand to make a killing on. A transport gig. Bring me one more, and there won't be a cat in this city with more scratch than me.
I'm fairly certain that these little hint fly-arounds are telling me to go where I've already been. Let's see. Green Clean Station.
Hey, can I borrow your mask? Mine's snapped.
Yeah, they're making it extremely obvious. Like there's a Pink Paw Station level over here. But yeah, I think they're making it extremely obvious that the last thing they collect is the thing we tried to do. Or maybe there are two collectibles left. Alright. So I think the idea is to drag this guy around this direction so I can jump down here without him shooting me out.
You know, I haven't seen a police cat down here in a while.
Well, this is different. Also, there's no collectibles or stickers being pointed. Like, I didn't turn off that compass ability. I'm standing perfectly still, and they're just telling me there aren't any.
Make sure you buy the right ticket. No, I know. They're shopping around.
I'll just buy more
Triple
food.
stop.
That's an interesting statement to say at the end of this game.
But some of the manhole covers?
I got it. I need the dweller mask. And then turn off the dweller mask, and that gets me where I need to go. It wants me to go this way. This is not going to be particularly easy. Is there possibly another cleaner over here? No. I don't know if this was the way I was supposed to go, but it seemed like it worked.
No, I haven't seen a police cat down here in a while.
More stickers. Alright, well, one more collectible. So I think we've kind of done it all now. Like, that we know there's one more collectible to collect, but it would require riding the rails and getting 100 of the
You know
blue
the deal, kiddo.
orbs.
Hand it over.
Which I probably could pull that off without too much frustration, but then you have the Seal the Deal DLC just sucking all enthusiasm out of the room for that.
It's a lucky number to some, you know. Do you have any aspirations, child? Things you want to do when you're older? Keep being useful, and there won't be much outside your reach.
Alright. So, this seems like they're sending me on yet another direction for yet another collectible. Let's before we do this, save and return to the hub. Because we collected 2, it felt like 2 would have been the bare minimum to do the finale. And I definitely like the idea that you could do the finale without collecting everything. Mario 64, I think, had that. I'm pretty sure you did. You were able to beat kind of like the sub-boss of every level after you'd gotten 3 or 4 of the stars instead of having to get all of the stars. And definitely you were able to beat the game if you were able to beat the game itself. Alright, so it's 1 timepiece short. We'll see. We'll see if this is pointing me to do the thing that I don't want to do, or if there might be one more timepiece that we can get that would let us see the finale. Because I'm really not feeling the idea of rage quitting when we're doing alright, but I'm also not really feeling the idea of spending another 45 minutes episode to struggle through this. Let's see. This is a section that should have only been necessary once. The fact that you're likely to do this 3 or 4 times isn't great. And then the fact that you're spending a lot of time doing all of this section again. And it's not really like these jumping platform sections really help you out. And these shortcuts would have been helpful if they had kind of shown that I should take that shortcut, but they totally didn't. Alright. Well, it seems fairly obvious this is where we're going. So, do this for 15, which 15's not really asking too much. So, had they gone from 15 to say 30, even 45, that would have been reasonable, but to jump immediately to 100 is a level of insanity that really doesn't make sense. Alright. There's our first bit of damage, of which there will be many. Now the pink train, I think, goes in full circle. So one ride around on this train really should be all we need. And then it's just gonna come down to where I'm gonna decide to land. I need this to be ready. Like, I can't reach that. So we're gonna have to go full circle on the yellow train also. But it would probably be wisest to do this. Get up here first. And it's fairly obvious that there's something over here. So we're gonna have to get on the green train at some point. I have no idea how that's gonna happen. Now we're on the yellow train with 77 to collect. I think we're good there. How do we get on top of the green train? That's the question. There might be a sticker over there I missed. 87. $91. How do we get up there? Where does that green train come from even? It's up there. I do see a platform up there. So at some point I needed to do this. 95, and I can tell that there actually was more than 100, but that still really wouldn't have saved the day as far as not falling to your death. Let's see. Okay. So we're gonna wait till the green train comes back and then ride this as far as this was gonna take us. Which is collecting more pawns. It would have been, also there's still no collectibles in this area according to that, which is totally not true. There's almost certainly some stickers, but stickers don't count as collectibles according. Alright, we're perfectly fine. Just gotta make it across this gap without getting hit by a train, and we'll have it done. And I think we'll go along and do the finale, which will probably be an incredibly frustrating boss fight. And then we'll be done with the game. And it's not as bad, certainly, as it could have been, because there was a decent chance that I was going to just rage quit this DLC as I rage quit the other DLC very early on. So I would say if you
an eighth.
really
How fitting.
if you really enjoyed A Hat in Time in its main game form, and you got it cheaper probably than even I did on sale. I think I paid about $25 for it in total. If you got this for a $10 game and you really enjoyed the main game, then I'd probably say, yeah, do the Nyack as a Metro.
I told you I would make you rich, and I wouldn't lie to my own. Now for me, well, that's my business. I will call on you if I need your skills again, child. For now, enjoy your earnings. I have places to be and preparations to make.
So they're making it pretty obvious that I've collected everything. Looks like we might be able to just trigger the final by sneaking in the back. I wouldn't recommend the Seal the Deal DLC, though. It's just not easy enough to actually play. It's not good. Right. So are we stealing from her? Just making a long thing. You stole back all your timepieces. You put them in your pocket for safekeeping. Meanwhile, time-wise, I think the money count is very high. Time-wise, I don't think that there's anything else here. Of course, save and exit would be a mistake. You have time freezing ability.
Catch her. Make it quick.
Reward is 1 million.
So you won't even fight our own battles. So Act 8 is rush hour.
To the cat that brings me our little thief.
Alright, so kinda don't need that. And we can go ahead and equip
Run
that.
if you want. You won't get far.
I don't know if there's really anything here to really do other than like this may be something or this really may be nothing. Like they were really in love with this sequence. And it's not a bad sequence by any means. Let me ask this. Where do they want me to go? Oops. Seems like maybe things have changed a little bit. Yeah, they made it more difficult on me. So, like they really wanted to make sure that you had done this sequence multiple times because this final act is just the sequence again, which I can't call this anything but lazy recycling of content. There's kind of no other way to describe it. And dying resets me not to the very beginning, so I'm still better off continuing and trying here. But I'm not sure how much is here. I should probably have my reuse hat on. Where am I supposed to be going, by the way? This direction? The cats don't seem to be pliable by money, by the way. Oops. Let's make sure our jump is a little bit more true this time. And
I'll blow you to pieces. Get back here. Do you think you can run?
yeah, hit this.
Here it comes.
I have no idea what that was, but
Are you ready to die?
these guys are killing me. Alright, so I guess I was supposed to be doing something like this. Well, I did open that section.
Catch her!
And do I have the dweller mask on? Apparently so.
Huh?
Right.
Look who we got here.
Do I need to replace all of you? Can you not catch a child?
And let's just take a moment to decide which way we're going. It's not terrible to fight, to have this big boss fight. It's not particularly the best either. Need more health. I don't think I can really fight these guys though. There we go.
My, where are you going? Special delivery.
So these guys,
Take this.
we want that door open,
Boom.
and that means we need this.
Welcome.
Oh, that means we've gotta, come on.
You're going nowhere.
Alright, that worked fairly well.
Are you running from me?
Let's see if we can make it to the train. No, we can't. Fire enough, doesn't matter.
Is 2 million. Bring me that little brat.
Let's see. Down we go, and while we're doing this, let's just put this as a thing. So we're kind of just running from the entire area. You know, while we're also doing that, let's equip this. Alright. We've kind of just gone in circle.
Where are you going? I'll blow you to pieces. Special delivery.
Alright.
Are you ready to die?
That wasn't... Didn't want that to happen. Come on. Be a little kinder, game. Alright, so this passage, I think is now open. So...
Catch her!
Keep running, child. You're not home yet.
Let's get some health. Let's see if we're going the right direction. This isn't bad. This is better by far than the finale of the main game, because at least in the main game, like compared to the main game, this is a lot more doable. You're not surrounded by lava. You're not just getting attacked arbitrarily by a bunch of people, which didn't even really make a lot of sense. I guess the idea on this is that we are supposed to be running without being able to see the the trains behind us. Now we're in the escape tunnels, which I hope that was the direction they wanted me to go. Seems like it. So are we gonna have one final battle, or do we just jump on the blue train in the back and I'm not sure exactly where they want me to go. Oh, see, and I feel like I might die here, so kind of need to know which way I'm supposed to go. Let's jump on the blue train and then slow down time, and then jump on this blue train, and yep, I see it, go this way, and then it is escape out of the level. Game? Dweller mask? Brewer hat, I guess? That was odd. That was an odd choice. Here we've got yet another sticker. They're just all over the place. And there's just health over here. Nothing else. Are we going up on the train? I think we have to. And yeah, I know we're going long, but this is a good way to wrap up this run. How was I supposed to get around that? I think I may need the Dweller mask. Nope, I've got to jump around it. I've got to do a full side jump. And I used up all my extra health. Alright, so we've got to jump over here and then do something like that, and then do something like that, and do something like that, and then do something like that, and do something like that, and jump over there and fall to my death. Oh, this is asking too much. Alright, so basically what that means is I can't do the time slowdown because I can't really swap between different hats fast enough. But then I can't really do that side jump either. So, is there some other system? Some other way to get around that? That was just stupid on my part. So we may just get a rage quit at the last second. Like, honestly, because this is just asking too much to do an instant switch. Yeah, this is asking too much. And I know we're probably 5 seconds away from beating this level. But we've run into this problem consistently with this game, particularly where it just isn't realistic in its high demanding requirements. Alright, I made it. Does that mean I get a checkpoint? We don't have to do that ever again? Am I supposed to be going in this general direction? This really does feel like it's not gonna stop either. So, throws one challenge at you. If you have trouble with that challenge, too bad. Here's another challenge that's just as difficult, if not more. And for only stupidity's sake, I'll jump down and waste my progress and waste my time. I am still playing this game a little too much like an OCD collectible player would. This doesn't seem too difficult. Got a whole bunch of vacuum cats. And we're supposed to run over here to bring him out, because this one's asleep and this one's asleep, and I need him to follow me. Come on. Come on, guy. Come on. Well, that got me up where I think I need to be. Alright. A very long escape sequence here. Again, like all the other boss fights, it probably would have been a little bit better had they cut some of it into a second sub-boss fight in the middle of the chapter.
Step inside, won't you? Did you think you'd get out? Did you think you were smart, little girl? I thought I could trust you. It's so rare I make a bad investment.
I'm still not sure if she's supposed to be a cat or a rat.
That you'd be so greedy as to steal from me. So bold for someone so small.
She's just gonna say
all
good
my
work.
fault, really. I should have a better eye for who I elevate. You could have been someone important here one day, but you've disappointed me. And it's time I cash out. Oh, officers. Oh, convenient. I was just about to get out.
So the police are gonna arrest her.
To get rid of than you are. We'll meet again, brat.
Why did we need to see this scene where the police
Anyway, I had something to give her, but I couldn't make the trade with my partner here. I know she's had you tracking them down, so take care of it for me.
So I'm getting one more timepiece. Alright. Take it and leave. And I got an achievement for... Wow, I didn't know the achievements were popping up. I need to disable that. I didn't know they were being recorded this whole time. So yeah, I need to disable the Steam overlay. Yep. You probably would get an achievement for doing the Chapter 6 DLC also. For just... Wow, this is on a very large pile of money that I don't believe was as big as it was before. Just for certainty's sake, let's show that yes, we did do all of the missions and we did the finale. So there's no more content for this part of the DLC to do. And pretty much there's no more content at all to do, because I am skipping this chapter because it's way too hard. I've noticed that the game seems to get this greenish hue when I use this ability, and sometimes it keeps that. Let's see, what else could we really wrap up with? We got some rift tokens, so we could use our 3 rift tokens to just accept whatever we get first time, and then see if kind of just what would have really been available still to collect. So 2 hat flares and a remix. We don't have enough tokens. So we had been collecting tokens, but not that many, obviously. Alright. Badge-wise, we never got any more badges. We don't have enough pawns to buy the last badge of the main game. There were some other badges that were available otherwise. Outfit-wise, we actually got a very small amount of outfits. Collectible-wise, there's nothing there. Sticker-wise, after doing all of that Nankiza Metro, we ended up with what looks to be about 30 stickers, if I was to guess. This never did anything, by the way. Sitting down and just kind of pausing the game that way never accomplished a single thing. We have 44, which that number I guess is just going to go up and up and up. I don't know if there are any more presents, and if there were more presents to collect, they are definitely just going to be content that they would just be rift tokens. This guy wanted us to do let's see, can you beat this community gauntlet? And then there's several other workshop featured elements. I kind of would like to know what these are, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if there is just a whole bunch of community content that makes this game way better. You can't really convince me that the game should be sold in that fashion and in that way. So is there anything else to really say? Like online party? No, I would never do that. Mods wise, these are the featured mods, which are different things, I suppose. Doesn't look like the featured mods have changed any. Is a Cappy Cap, just a direct reference to Mario Odyssey. Is a Kirby Yarn hat. So they're featuring basically Nintendo copyrighted property from the workshop. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with co-op. The Death Wish stuff, I mean, can't do anything with that. Can't. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's go with quit game to the main menu. And let's look at what percentage we actually got done. And then we're just done with the series. We've gone nearly an hour and 30 minutes. The Yakuza Metro, alright. It's not a terrible DLC add-on, but the main game is the problem, I would say. Like, the main game itself isn't as fun as it should be. So 79% completed, according to the game. This DLC, I got two levels into, really. So the all new chapter Arctic Cruise has 3 new acts set on a cruise with 6 new time rifts. I got the first one done and a time rift, I think, done. So the Seal the Deal chapter, not well developed at all. Introducing also the seals that talk like little kids, which I find a little creepy. The Death Wish contracts, also awful for very similar reasons. It's way too difficult. Tons of unlockable outfits, flares, dyes, and even camera filters. So I would not recommend buying that. Whereas this gave us 10 all new timepieces. And yeah, it gave us like 7 missions. Meanwhile, the advertising the soundtrack and the 8-bit soundtrack and the first 2 DLCs have a check mark over them and some merchandise. And the really irritating thing is that if you wanted to play as Bo Kid, you would have to start a brand new game and play the game a second time, and that's not great. If you're going to have a character who happens to be, or at least happens to look like they're African American or African, if you're going to have that second skin and not try to have a single character be your main character, if you're going to have effectively a Luigi to your Mario, they should be selectable from the very beginning of the game.
Good morning, and welcome to yet another day of space adventure.
Here we have a curly-haired,
You are only 5 light years away from your destination.
curly-haired
The fuel tank is full and
African/African American character, which is just a skin. It's the same animations. You don't really get any story. Also, we don't hear the spaceship talk ever again in the game. That seems kind of crazy. So, yeah. And you can't get down to the secret area until you have the ground pound ability, which is later. Let's just go ahead and skip all this. Yeah, not good. Not how you would really want this to go. And you activate this, and it's fuel 40 out of 40 from where you're going to home. And you see a picture of Hat Girl in that cutscene instead of Bo Kid. Skip this. So, she was going from exploding fireplace to home, and she's halfway there. Yeah, not fun. Not something you want to have to deal with. To have to play the whole game a second time just so that you can play as a character of your own skin color. And of course, once you go down that route, you might make a character customization ability, because you're then limiting yourself to just black and white people, so why not Asian people also, or Latino people, or any other race of people. Why not aliens? Why not play as the Mafia? Why not play as the conductor or the DJ? Like, once you open that door, it's really a flooding of possibilities if you can just reskin everything. But otherwise, this game, playing as Bow Girl instead of Hat Girl, doesn't change your gameplay, and the main problem of this series has been that the main gameplay without buying the DLC isn't that good. So, without repeating myself anymore, the search goes on for a Mario 64 style 3D platformer available on PC. We really don't have a lot of options. Plenty of 2D platformers, plenty of frustration 2D platformers on Steam that, like Super Meat Boy, that are just way too difficult, and that they're trying to ramp up the skill requirements compared to playing Super Mario Brothers 1, which even that game was a little difficult, but it was reasonable that most people, if they put in the time, could beat it. Although World 8 particularly could be a challenge. But yeah, I'm more disappointed than I should have been at the end of this. I really would have preferred just to have collected all the timepieces, finished the game, and gone, it's okay, instead of really being like, it's not even okay, it's below average, due mostly to its inconsistency with its levels and its gameplay styles all over the place. And part of the problem almost certainly is that it was a Kickstarter game, and because of that, it didn't have the funding to polish and make a good game. But also, I definitely feel that whoever was in charge of making this game did not have a strong vision for the game, and they were just putting different types of gameplay and different types of levels together, experimenting more than creating a final product. That's going to be it for this series. There's no more of this game I want to play. I didn't 100% it, but I got fairly far. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos, because that helps me with YouTube and tells them that my videos are worth watching. If you want a friend to follow me on any kind of social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below. If you go to my YouTube page and look at the playlist, I have a playlist for every game I've ever covered. There's several others, quite a few others to check out there. I would definitely say play all the Lego games before you play this. And go back and play Mario 64. Figure out a way to get a copy of Mario 64 and play it. There's a lot of different options there. Go back and play Mario Galaxy, and heck, even once play Mario Sunshine. Any of those games will last you a lot longer and be a lot more entertaining. If you want to support me further as we wrap up, there's a link down below to Patreon, or you could friend me on Steam and give me either a gift card or a game you'd like to see me cover, or if you don't really want to pick, there's my wish list in which you could pick a game from there too, or if you really don't want to pick just a gift card. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.